One more map, John. One more map. ATK, paiN Gaming. One of these teams advance in to the consolidation final, and one of these teams sees their season end just top 4.
Oh, goodness me. Who will it be? The Brazilian sensation of paiN Gaming, who just made it to the major and fell short of the legend stage in a heartbreaking loss to Monty, or ATK, who have been surging for a while. They've hit some speed bumps, can't find that stable starting 5, but perhaps this will be the beginning of a new resurgence with some new faces on their roster. 1:15 on the clock in the final map of one of these team seasons.
I mean, for either of these teams, this would be a return, right? They both played in the last season of Pro League. For paiN, bit more success, and they're looking to replicate, and this pistol round is off to a hot start. Gained the arch, pressure on towards the site. It's all about Wolfie here. Jonji cannot help him now. And he's gone. This should be over. Jonji, no armor and a USP. And 4 to find. This is a commanding pistol out from paiN. And there's just no chance. There's just no way. They even know where he's coming from now. It was desperation on the spam, and you can't blame him. Because this is an impossible spot to be in.
Yeah.
Of course, Jonji wastes extra bullets spamming the body. Oh, I've missed watching Jonji play.
Yeah, it's fun. He goes down for the count. But yeah, ATK have lost every single pistol round except for once, I think, on Mirage. It's ridiculous, and they took Anubis despite that. And, well, we'll see what happens on Inferno. It doesn't seem to matter for them whether they take the pistols. To note as well on Inferno, I talked about the Nouns match going in overtime. The one against Fluffy Aimers as well before that, also in OT, a win for ATK 19-17. So, I mean, given the way things have trended on this map for both teams, and I mean, you look the other way, also 2 overtimes for paiN, a loss to MIBR 17-19, and on Inferno, a win against Wildcard 19-17. So, yeah, this is going to be back and forth.
This is really the one map where even at the height of their powers, paiN still regularly look mortal on Inferno. So it is interesting because right now we're seeing that shine has come off just a little bit. We started to see skulls really activate on Anubis again, but it was another quiet performance for the 2 young guns that we kind of expect to be the featured players here.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if they change that here. Skulls already has a 3K in the pistol round. ATK, they're in a tough spot. They're going to go for a boost up over that smoke. No, they abandoned it. They missed the jump and say, nope, this isn't going to work out. They could overload us at any moment. Rek waiting, holding the angle, up close and personal. He's got the 5-7 to do a lot of damage. Maybe no. Ardzao takes him out, and Jonji as well. Swisher is trying to recover here and hits a no-scope, but that's all he's going to get, and probably all ATK finds out of this round.
Yeah, despite running into the stack face first. The weaponry advantage, once they find that first piece, the dominoes just start to fall. Missed him.
What was that? Missed him?
Gets himself a rifle.
Hello?
Hello? Don't know what was happening there. Might have just thought there was extra utility to pick up.
Maybe.
Might have done. Give it a charitable interpretation, but we'll immediately get answered back upon. These are 2 teams that are very familiar with each other as people as well, because for a long time they were both competing in Monterey.
That's right.
I'm not sure. I know ATK is not there. I don't think paiN's there anymore either. But I'm not actually sure where paiN is based right now. But for a long time, both these rosters were out there alongside at the time, Godsent Core. So I think there was a lot of familiarity here. So a bit of fun, perhaps. Perhaps. Wolfie does get a USP kill, but that might be all she wrote.
Yeah, it is. Jonji, the last one standing. Doesn't matter where paiN goes, really. Round is going to be theirs. So, 3-0 start for paiN once Jonji goes down, or they plant the bomb. The bomb needs to be grabbed here. There you go. Good job, Zevi. He picks that up. Jonji comes around, gets a a dink onto Skulls, but it doesn't really mean much. Of course, the USP, and the round is done. So 3-0 for paiN. Now the rifles come out on the ATK side, and this is where it'll start to get a little bit more interesting. Wolfie, like you mentioned, Mike, certainly deserves a lot of credit for his performance on Anubis. He bounced back in such a big way after struggling mightily on that CT side of Mirage. He gets a very nice, I think 17 or 18 frags there, but Swisher also, we can't forget what he contributed to them on HMA. He had multiple 3Ks and clutches coming through to help them get such a clear path to victory.
Anubis, that is. Yeah, I wound up with
yes,
30
sorry,
kills. 30 kills, top of the board by a long shot. 10 above the next closest player for either team. So it absolutely was the Swisher show. Been good through the series, but don't know if they can be expecting that level of dominance again here. Wolfie, under pressure, has that AWP. And he's going to nail the first shot. No utility to push him off the angle. The flash long since faded from his eyes. And this one's looking like a bit of a non-starter for paiN. They'll mass and try and take some space up banana, which indeed will be afforded to them. At least this banana control they can have for free. Actually, what's going on here? They're backing. They're going to save. They're having a little bit of a discussion here. There's still so much time on the clock.
I don't think they're going to save. That doesn't make sense. They're probably just readjusting here.
Okay, focus back in towards A. It's a tough set to go into, right? 2 crosshairs on the same side of this mid divide. Contact going to be difficult to overcome. Swisher up on porch wasn't here the last time they came mid, so they might not be expecting him. Is there a flashbang to push him off the angle? There is, but it's for the Hulls play. It's well past this one. Swisher, he'll be able to collect, but now it's all on Rack, who is up to the test.
Whoa, all right. Skull's making a case for himself there in that round, but at the end of the day, ATK do take it, lose a couple of players, and with their money being where it is, that's not the best of results for them. They would have liked a much cleaner round, but of course, paiN did have a decent buy-up coming into it. This time, though, they will have the 4 AKs, and Zevi brings out the AWP. As ATK want to find a second in a row here. But again, as mentioned, economy a little bit limited on that rebuy, and Jonji only on the FAMAS. That said, Wolfie does have the big green in his hands. Smoke going to get tossed immediately for mid. And look at this. I think Nakiz is trying to push out here. No, he just wanted to peek around the smoke, maybe. And eventually we'll back off and wait a little bit longer as he lurks around. Skulls will join him. He's going to get tossed down. Banana. Oh my goodness. Big Uzera. It lands right at his feet. Takes him down to half health just like that. Some spam from Mistim could be effective. There's one, but not the second. Big Uzera delivers the blow and goes down to 26 HP. Couple of players here that could take him down.
But the flip side is, it's a bit of an aggro lean here for ATK. They still want the banana fight, and paiN are vacating. So actually, if they choose to go around, they'll find vacant space. But in the meantime, it's going to be Wolfie who's tested. Smoke to clear him off. No, it's deep into Arch. There's not one for Wolfie's angle. He's going to hit the shot, but it's not a frag. Sticks on the Langle. That's a little bit bold. Not the shot and drop, but Jonji now on the flank. He's got one. Does Neki still commit? I'm alone. They're wary of this. Player in mini. What's Rack got here? He conceding the bomb plant, but if he can stay alive, this position's going to be so valuable in the post. They don't know he's here. They don't know he's here. They've outmaneuvered him. They've completely avoided him, but he hasn't revealed it just yet. And Nekiz is wary. So very wary. And Skulls has gone around the world.
Oh
no world where Swisher expects this. Dead to rights every day of the week. What a play from Skulls. What a heads-up maneuver.
Yeah, great maneuvering coming through from Skulls going on that flank, but none of that happens without a phenomenal play coming through from the Keys. He gets the 3K to open up that site, 2K, excuse me, to open up the site, and then the third one comes on the tail end to make it a brief man advantage. And at the end, like you said, just that brilliant move from Skulls going all the way around the site to take down Swisher, who didn't suspect a thing. So paiN isolate the round victory for ATK. Money is just too tight for them to justify more than a hero rifle buyout, which will be in Mistim's hands, and he also has the armor, but everyone else onto upgraded pistols. Janji waiting for a chance to fire, flashed out here, and will have to fall back to the site proper. He's the only one here as ATK has stacked up 4 players down lane. In the end, we'll see if it's the right call, because paiN are not committed to a B hit just yet. They are going to explore a little bit, and Janji hits the headshot. Big Uzera goes down. Zebi has to be careful as well. Janji hits another one. Rek in the meantime gets the keys. This is looking phenomenal for ATK. Janji's still up here. Can he get the third? No, finally goes down, but the work has been done. Hardzow's the last one.
And the bomb is so far away. Janji, you monster. Just can't dig him out from behind the pillar. Unreal. Unreal. Ahead of the smoke, there's a chance, but no. Quickly wiped away around. They had no business being in. paiN overwhelming numbers against just one deagle. They can't get past. And now this is a catastrophe for paiN. It's double eco territory. They're going to have to chase the investment here, but it's going to be so long before they can get this cash healthy again. And ATK, a premium chance to close this gap.
A crazy round for them to take. They didn't have much into it. It was just the half buy, or just upgraded pistols even, aside from Mistim's hero rifle, and it works out. Not even the rifle that comes through, just the pistols. I mean, Janji with 2 fantastic shots. He has really been playing well throughout this entire series, and it has benefited ATK on so many occasions. paiN now going to go for a hero rifle of their own. In fact, this is the full-on force buy coming through from paiN. They've got 3 deagles, the P250, not that much util though, only 3 smokes and 2 flashes. So we'll see how that works out, but everyone has body armor. What will they decide to deploy here in terms of an execute? Looks like 4 players up all pin and 1 at the bottom of banana, and ATK's got full util and they're going to use it. Connecting for that much damage though yet, and paiN's already going to take bracket control. ATK exceptionally passive.
He's the key here. He's gonna get smoked off. Janji on the arch, so they might not be expecting that. He flashes, so his position's revealed, but the utility's good enough to push these players back.
It's a really good counter smoke from Wolfie.
Wary of the flank coming down banana, but it's actually kind of interesting. Reading the flashbang that came out arch, you would actually expect it to be a little softer towards B. So they haven't made that call just yet. And Swisher's starting to peel back the numbers here towards top mid. So the slim chance that we had here for paiN in this round, it's starting to dwindle. Hardzow hasn't been able to find contact with their one rifle, the Deegs. Not finding connections just yet. Hardzzow's coming looking, but Swisher's ready for him. Always eager for the fight. A kill, at least that might get them a bomb plant. This is the thing. It was soft towards B, so Janji has to reposition. They're going to go through tree. Skulls doesn't know Janji's in position just yet, though, so Big Uzera's going to trust this. He's going to trust this. He's going to be a dead man as a result. No bomb down. Oh, the plant missed. That's going to sting.
Just missed it. He had maybe a half a second left until that bomb gets planted, but Janji does a great job swinging around, and they didn't know he was there, like you said. Wow, the work from Swisher, though, before that, getting that 2K and the third afterwards. Really nice job from him and paiN. Although they do find the softer site, it's quickly closed up for business. Third round for ATK, and probably a fourth here because paiN do not have the money to invest into anything. Only a flashbang purchased up by them. Wolfie's going to toss the incendiary over here. That'll make life a little bit more difficult for paiN. Needs to be careful on his peak, just be off. Even that can go down to Glocks if you're not careful. Jonji's pressuring here down Banana, as he always does.
This is interesting. They floated a third player on in. 8 is good, but they want the extra utility here because they want to maintain this deep Banana control. This is a really hard read that they're committing everybody into this angle. Jonji's got 3. Missed him. Giving him the helping hand. It's a little more expensive than maybe you'd ideally hope. But they keep the round going. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, pretty clean for ATK, I would say. Yes, you lose a couple of bodies, but the money's there.
Box isn't ideal.
Nah, I mean, definitely not, but it happens. It works out for them. And like I said, their money is still pretty good. Wolfie's got 6K and Wreck on 4K, so they could afford to lose a couple of bodies. Agreed. 1 is probably the expected at most against Glocks, but they are pretty good with those pistols, even if they're only Glocks in their hands. 2 players are going to get sent up Banana immediately. Molotovs tossed. A couple of them already committed, but look at the flank.
Look at Jonji. Zevy's ready for it. I don't know whether there's an audio cue there or just some sort of an inkling off the util. But the damage is tough, and Nekis catches that nade, can't escape. He was the low player. So they dealt with the initial aggressive push, but John, this is still looking a little scary for paiN. They want to run this in. They want to take this space towards A. Hope that it's been vacated. Hope that it's a softer site. And, well, it's a 2-2 split, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one you pick, provided you execute. Rack under pressure here in the mini pit. Down for the count. The bomb can't land. Oh. And this is Big Uzera sweeping the site clean.
Yeah, I mean, ATK were forced to keep a couple of players on that B site, given the presence that paiN had showed prior to that, and then they made a quick adjustment, rotation towards A, and they demolished everyone on that A site, deleted them from the face of the map, and they will retake that lead 5-4 as Swisher and Mistim are going to save the AK and the M4. Still money here on the ATK side, so they'll be able to fully buy up, but that is a great recovery from paiN after losing quite a few in a row. This is definitely going to be a seesaw ride back and forth as both teams will wrestle for the momentum here on Inferno.
Here's the chance, though. It's all invested in. Here's the swing. Here's the opportunity. Zevy taken down low, 57. Right off the rip, off the util. We're not quite getting the bold push that we got from ATK in the last. There's no one down mid. That was the change-up pitch. But paiN knocked it out of the park. So now a bit more vanilla. Jonji finds his. First player down. Marzao out of play. Bomb's still down at T-Ramp, so even with this push, they're going to have to be wary. The flashbang doesn't really catch. Wolfie will be taken down for 1, but in the meantime, Jonji's pushed through. And again, that bomb is T-Ramp. This is a problem. Jonji's position is an absolute nightmare now. He doesn't realize that they're going to need to come back, but in the meantime, they've got to be wondering, why haven't they advanced towards site? What is going on here? And Skulls has actually completely slipped him on by. This gets weird now. Jonji's realizing, at some point, they have to realize no one's here.
Yeah.
And you haven't found bomb.
There's a clear path to bomb site B. I wonder if Skulls is going to send it or not. He might just want to save. He thinks someone's watching here. You can't really blame him, given how aggressive ATK have been down Banana, and he's not even going to touch it. Yeah, he's just going to go back into T-spawn, save the AK, and that'll be the round. Great hold from ATK. Jonji in particular doing work with the opening frag down Banana. He's up to 9 and looking as good as he has been since he joined this ATK squad.
And I mean, that is one of the Jonji factors on Inferno, right? He loves this aggression down Banana, so if you can't stop him, It's very difficult. Your A takes, you're always got to be wary about a flank coming through. Your pushes up banana, you know, you're going to fight for every inch. You're not going to be able to just throw 1 or 2 nades and take the space.
Yeah, and when he finds success, he's always in the back of your mind. You're wondering, is he going to do it now? Is he going to come out? So you have to always be aware of the possibility that banana could just be overtaken at any moment. Here we go. Round number 11, tied up again. paiN Gaming have enough in the tank to get a buy-up. And Skulls, I mean, we've talked about Skulls and Zevi not contributing as much as we expect. And here's Zevi going down to 53 HP right off the rip. Wolfie wants the opener, hits the shot onto Hardzao, and Zevi takes even more damage. This heavily favors ATK in the 5v4. It's very close to a 5v3 if they can find Zevi with some utility, perhaps. Oh, and he almost steps a bit too far into a Molotov, is forced to back off, and there it is. Swisher finds him, and the second onto Big Uzera. Swisher looking for the third. He has another 3K. He is on something else right now. He goes down for the count, but it doesn't matter. The round belongs to ATK with Skulls stranded on an island.
Unless it's not done yet. This is Skulls, but the Magic Man will not find his mojo in this round. The kill comes through a bit more expensive than perhaps it needed to be, but that's a cost they're willing to bear. ATK slide into the lead at paiN, stumbling. And without a bomb plant here as well, another eco going to be required, John. They're back on the Glocks.
Yeah.
Probably not second Glocks, but still, just pistols. Actually, not much. Really conservative buy.
Yeah, 2 P250s in the Deagle and a little bit of util, but yeah, this is extremely conservative. They had the money to go a little bit deeper.
No armor, though, so they don't want to risk it here. They'd rather get a healthier gun round up. With 5 rounds on, I mean, this is still recoverable into the half. Certainly. Last couple started to look a bit one-sided, and this time there's no pressure on.
Nah.
No pressure on. Just a day at the range for ATK.
3K for Swisher. He's racking him up. 17 and 6.
This guy's on one. I mean, look, we talked about it. Making your case not just in this roster, not just to move on here, but
any roster.
For any future play. He has been monstrous through this series.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see Swisher move on potentially if a more lucrative opportunity arises, which I feel like it's already in the works somehow. We'll see if it is, but yeah, he is just a great addition to absolutely
getting
any
aggressive.
roster.
Janji pushing. Look at all these Molotovs. They devoted so much utility to this push, and Janji is going to find the ground. He wants to test it. Dipping, diving among the flames. Chancing the smoke. Actually, is he going to play this fade? Because there's an op on the other side. He's trying to play the gap here. Hoping that a player was bottom mid. There is one. Uzera, the flash through. That's brilliant. Can Janji get away? If so, this is an absolute coup. And he actually has the bomb, so he's going to stick on. Now he needs teammates to support. Another flash through. The lethal play, but Hardzao, this time, his vision is clear enough.
Timing was fantastic there.
Had to have it, Hardzao. Had to have it to give them a chance back into this one. Molotov down deep. They will concede that bomb. But it allows them to float the third player here over towards A, anticipating that paiN might make a move toward this side of the map. paiN's still so wary of there being a deep banana position. So they've got a bit of time. They're going to clear. We're below 40 seconds now. They're going to have to make a decision soon. And ATK's counting on it headed towards A. But they're counting wrong. No flash for this, though. No flash. They're going to go for the boost stop. Shot not on. Wolfie can't hit the flick, but elsewhere the lurk goes down. So Wolfie is under pressure. He's alone. And fortunately for him, there's no Molotovs here because he's got nothing to guard his back. It's all about the op, and Zevi will come out on top of the scope battle here, but the flank is already on. Nekis cannot hold banana, and a bomb plant far from guaranteed.
Oh, goodness me, the bomb plan does not go down. Missed him, swings around the corner aggressively, and paiN just not expecting it at all. I think a flashbang was in the mix as well. ATK on to 8. They've taken the half already, and it could get sweeter as they force paiN onto another pistol buy-up. paiN saving up for the last round. 4 Tech-9s make it 5. Seems to indicate paiN want to go for a faster play. We'll see if that's the case. One player down banana, the other 4 are charging down alt mid. Jonji spamming through the panel there. Wolfie waiting, holding an aggressive angle, misses the shot, and then gets dinked himself and taken down. Here they come, paiN Gaming storming through, already taking control of Arch. Wolfie again, it's one but only one. Nikis finds the trade with the op that he picked up off the ground, and here they come charging in. Wreck will be important, missed them, trying to help.
They've still left the possibility open. They've got a player bottom T ramp, and this is a full rotation on, but this is the commitment. The bomb's out, the bomb's through, and with that kill on Rack, big trouble on. Zevi into the graveyard. They haven't spotted him slide over. So Mistim thinks he's sectioning out in towards site, but it's graveyard that's going to be the key. Into Zevi strike. It's now. He gets his kill and missed him. It's a disaster. He knows it. Molotov might secure him this frag on Zevi. Gonna cook. Gotta move. Somehow slips the gap. Mistim just wants to make sure he's not gonna get away. Committing into this? Madman for it. But there's only 1 round left of play, and the op, well, he's not gonna need to save it through.
Yeah, no, it made sense to go for it. The money was there, and I thought that he was just going to try and limit paiN as much as possible in terms of getting the free upgrades, but you know what? At the end of the day, I think they would have had money anyway with the round victory, so why not try and do something? 8-6, though. paiN recover in a round they only invested the Tech-9s into, and it works out so well, just exploding off of their first frag in towards Arch side, and then getting every single duel to go their way. Wolfie over at banana now. They try to go aggressive again, but Wolfie has the answer. 5v4 in favor of ATK as paiN stall out now and wait for their opportunity as a smoke blooms at the top of mid. 3 players for paiN are going to lean in towards A site, and now perhaps only 2. They're waiting, hoping for some push, or aggression, I should say, to come through from ATK.
Created a huge opportunity for themselves. Winning off the Tech-9s. Close this gap. Seize the day. Wolfie going to be the focus man here again. Got missed him in support, but once more, the utility is very limited for this B fight. There's been no extra sets Brock over, and none of the rotations are going to be quick in hand. Flashbang on, pushes Wolfie off the angle. Molotov's making life difficult. Missed him burning. He has to give it up. Wolfie's tagged. He's low and gone. Wow. And the site presence vaporizes just like that. Bomb is going to be down. The rotation for these 2 bottom banana players as well, it's going to be long, and it's going to be very perilous. There he's got the angle. He's got the op. So his teammates elsewhere, but here he'll clean it up. No, only to the tune of 1. It comes down to the 2v2. Even Stevens in the numbers, but that bomb ticking away. Pressure on for Nicky as he has to swing wide, but they can't find the kill. Back into the flames he goes, diving into cover, picking up the AK, setting up his teammate for the 1. Skulls, Swisher. 2 heroes of these teams, but Swisher, he needs to get on that bomb, and that's what Skulls is counting on. The shot will go the way of Skulls. 1 final clutch to wrap the half.
Honestly thought Swisher might just try smoking off the bomb and sticking the defusal, but instead waits for the fight, and there was so little time left to even go for a defusal afterwards. I guess he just lost track of it. Either way, ATK, a great half coming through, but paiN recovering nicely to make it as close as it can possibly get at 8-7.
One more half to play. And we could not separate these teams. A late resurgence for paiN off of a pistol round sees them close the gap to 1.
Well, paiN have been very good on their pistol rounds, though, winning every single one but one here. Zevi and the rest of paiN are postured for a B-tick. I'm not sure if this is some sort of read on what ATK have done in the past on Inferno.
This is the old check the demo, know what pistol they like to run, and full stack it. So ATK, do you have a bailout? Are you going to try this again?
They have Wreck lurking, so maybe.
Maybe. Flashbang's going to be on the kills. Their way initially. Wolfie gets 2. Not bad. The swing back in, but there's no health remaining. And Nekis nails his shot. So there should be no chance at this one. Wreck with a clutch required of him. His position unknown, but it becomes less and less valuable with every passing second. Now Big Uzera's on the corner or the spot. And he's got said spot. And actually, while that shot does connect, plenty of time for the drop. You got Wreck. Going to be the Glock play to end all Glock plays. A little desperation, spray and pray. A gap in that smoke. And a Big Uzera who is lucky to be alive. First player softened up. Body shots will do that. Headshot on the next Wreck.
Oh my goodness.
He could do this. 20 seconds to go. He's toying with the nose. They're both on the same angle, but he's trying to bail out their shots. Force a reload out of those USPs. He's got the healthy player.
He's got it.
Big Uzera. Oh, he's gone. Wreck. How do you do it? Into the meat grinder. They knew exactly where you were.
Oh my goodness. Just a bit of a gap in the smoke that Wreck capitalized on to take Big Uzera down to 5 HP. He doesn't even know it. He's just peeking around that corner trying to find some heads, and he gets a perfect shot right there. Wow. Onto Nikiz, and afterwards, I mean, I cannot believe that he finds skulls as well, and Big Uzera is so lit, it's only a body shot needed. What a phenomenal clutch from Wreck, who was actually right behind Swisher in 1vx clutch, at 4 in these playoffs. Well, now 5, because wow, that was something else. 9-7 for ATK. They're probably even surprised by that. Wreck doing a great job. And a 2-round lead gained here for ATK. paiN, of course, are forcing right into this one. Big Uzera off of 3 frags, can afford the A1S. Couple of SMGs around him, and 2 pistols. Big Uzera boosted up over the smoke, trying to use that A1S to great effect, but no one is risking it here for ATK. They know that a one-way is possible. Oh my goodness, Wolfie spotted out and doesn't get taken down. Only a bit of damage done. Woohoo! Swisher with the peek onto Nikiz. What a shot!
I mean, they run right into the stack, and I was gonna say disassemble it, but no. There's even more than they were anticipating. Thought it was a 3-man stack. No, there's 4. Wreck still might make this happen. Oh, just limps away. Nearly caught. Uzera dancing with death here, and they're calling this. Missed him. Flowing into a B site that has been freshly vacated. He's going to find this space for free. He's going to call it right. That Skulls will have pulled off. A bomb plant guaranteed here for ATK. With Wreck still alive after that Glock round. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
paiN so out of position. They've not got kits either. This is going to be brutal on the retake, and I think they're just going to pull the plug. Time is not their friend, John.
Their money isn't either, so yeah, you got to just save what you got, and it's a couple of rifles, which is actually pretty decent going to this next round, but that is just a great recovery from Wreck. The situation could have spiraled out of control, but he gets that frag at a critical juncture, makes it a 2v2, and then the read from ATK, realizing they've got the audio cues. There are 2 players on A, rotate to B, and Mistim finds himself a free clear sight, and Wreck escaping, of course, at the end of that engagement was critical to them finding this 10th. Double digits found again for ATK, and they're the first team to get there. I think they've been the first team to get to double digits every map. Yes.
Wild to think about. Wild to think about. This could have been a 2-mapper.
Yeah.
But ATK could still make good. It is actually incredible to see how close the gap is right now between paiN and ATK, because for so long it felt like paiN was that team, that one team that was just a cut above the rest of the NA competition. That gap is closed. Missed him. A bit ambitious, but the kill nearly does come through off the Molotov. Look at the health on these two players. 4 between them. But they're slamming into the site. It's not working. Trying to up the ante, trying to up the pace. Neck is, well, he can't find a gun. If only ATK knew. If only they could see the health bars here. It would be no business approaching A. As it is, working their way up this space. Oh, Skulls, gotta be careful not to get bottled by the smoke. That would do him in. On 2 points of health, he's gonna get a kill.
What?
Impact still being found. The Molotovs again saying their piece. There's still 50 seconds. I'm amazed that ATK is committing further into this. And Swisher didn't realize there was another in the mini pit. Their stubbornness cost them. Their dogged pursuit of the A site, and paiN Gaming are on the board.
Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, the rotation back to B would have been another great idea, as was the case in the previous round, but you're right, they just kept banging their heads against the wall that was the A site, and nothing doing. It's, I mean, also a razor thin margin between being a 5v3, right, instead of what was a 5v4 in favor of paiN. 2 players surviving on 2 health. Oh, if Muslim had just connected with one more shot from that SMG, he probably would have had both. But timeout's going to get called here. That one is from ATK. I believe it's their 3rd timeout already here. Indeed, only one left. They opt for the force buy here. Interesting. They see that paiN is vulnerable potentially in terms of economy, and they want to try and get right back to their winning ways. Bit of a risk.
A major one. A major one indeed, but they're betting a lot onto this round. Double eco for a lot of the players, to be fair. That's why they make this decision. See, they're going in. Aggressive push from paiN, which does mean it's slightly lighter in the numbers here. If this was a faster play, it was a chance. But now Big Azera started to rotate in, and there's enough utility to potentially slow things down. First find for Zevi. It's good. Spam from apartments doesn't connect, but missed him. A rifle does find its mark. Missed him and Swisher. Certainly going to be bringing danger. Will be down the bomb drop. Now the flank is activated, and this one's over. Wreck. This would be even more impressive in the pistol round clutch. I think this might be a bridge too far. We'll give it a look. Why not? You've already pulled off one improbable clutch. Oh! Shot not landing on the second.
ATK into the meat grinder on that round. Just stalled out a little bit at lane, and that's what gave paiN the opportunity to pinch in on the flank and just completely dissolve any hope ATK had in that round of pulling off something special. So paiN have cut the lead to 1, and ATK, they got nothing. Just Glocks and, well, 4 nades. They're probably just going to toss us atop banana and hope they connect for a frag, and here come the nades, and, well, the bodies go the other way. In fact, Skulls gets a 3K, and only Wolfie left and no longer. 4K for Skulls, and he has been popping off here on Inferno, up to 21.
Yeah, it always helps when you get to pad with a 4K against the Glocks, but you know what? Valuable frags outside of that, so give him eeks. Give him eeks.
Yeah, he's been doing really well here.
21 and 9. Actually astounding how much he's been able to stay alive, considering how back and forth this affair has been. That's the Inferno effect.
Yeah. Fewest deaths on the server. Feels like we're destined for overtime, honestly, Mike.
John, don't you say those words. Don't you say those words. Skull's not interested in hearing them. He's only interested in fragging. This time he does it with the nade. Many potential options. Zevi on the angle will collect on the neck, so these young guns locking down banana. The Wombo combo starting to heat up. Skulls has been bringing it. They just need Zevi online in similar form, and we see the paiN that we expect. As it stands, ATK will try the veterans on the A site instead. Utility out. Player in the nook. Player in the cubby. They're not clearing it. Swisher double take. Little awkward here. Missed him. He's got it. And a lot now rides on the back of Hardzao. They've got no Molotov. They've got no nades to clear him out of the pit. They're just going to try and leave him there. Oh, unless... Bit of an overface trying to go for the span, and Rack lethal. Another duel on Rack and Skulls. Two of the hottest hands in the server. An old-fashioned duel. Pistols. It's not quite dawn anymore. Heavy clearing. Rack in the corner. They might think he's not here because of the Molotov. Uh-oh. Does Skull still expect him to be into this corner? Did he know that the molly didn't spread? Seems to be aware. He's ready for it. He's got this shot, but time is not his friend. Missed him, just has to avoid dying, and he's got this round, and Skulls knows it.
That's it.
Time whittling off the clock. It's gone. It's done. The chance is done. ATK will reclaim this lead.
Wow, what a great job from Rek, and missed him in the 2v4. Rek gets one in the pit after missed him, found the other, but that shot from Rek into Hardzao was the most important one because they got rid of the question mark. There was no more, is there someone in pit? No, done. And then they realized the other two players had to rotate around from the B site. Rek already got a fight information right after the bomb got planted into library. And after that, well, they figured it all out. Nicely done. ATK get an 11th, and back and forth we go. Another swing round is coming through.
Look at how much utility they've already just committed in towards this banana fight, right? Just to try and avoid the aggro push that we had in the last.
They have more utility to work with, though, than ATK.
Well, no, I mean the ATK side. They threw a ton of nades top car. They committed a lot of what they had off the initial.
Yeah, paiN as well, but I agree.
Now it's a bit of trouble for ATK. They're going to rely on the guns. Worked last time, but look at this porch stack. A tough setup to dig out. Here's the swing. First kill goes. 1-for-1 trade. The follow-up. Dink on, and it's good. It's so very good for ATK, and this one's over.
Poof.
They stacked it. They put all the numbers here, and ATK passed. Jumped over the hurdle that had been erected before them. So Zevi just has to try and save this up. The money's gone now for paiN. This is big trouble on.
Look at all those X's towards bracket and lane. I mean, if you probably look at the heat maps for this one, I'm pretty sure that it would be extremely red towards all of bracket and lane because so many fights have been happening here. This time ATK are ready. They section off everyone and only lose 2 players in the process. Almost the team ace coming through. But Janji, well, he didn't get a frag yet. Still has a chance if he wants to chase, and, well, he loves to do that. But he's too far away here, I think, to engage with Zevi. Taking this op out of their hands would be huge, though. Rek, looking for it. He's close. He can feel it. Back of his neck's tingling, but he can't find them. And Zevi saves.
So the op lives. What can they put around it? Not much. It's a little bit of cash, but if we know paiN, not likely to invest much around this. Just a tick from Hardzao will keep his money healthy enough to buy a big green into the next round. So for ATK, a prime opportunity here. Just avoid Zevi. And knowing they need to disguise him, they'll shift up the position. The run boost over. The shot rings out. Now they know. Space could be taken towards top banana, but they'll respect it for the moment. Know where that op was playing.
Yeah. You think they'd move away from it right away, but, I mean, they're facing.
Moment. Do seem to be committing towards this side. Maybe anticipating a rotate around, maybe anticipating they might try and hide the op, shift up its position, but Zevi's stuck here. Could also be a split B, in which case, paiN's not going to have much chance to fight this. So the lurk on banana. Cheeky push from Nekiz. Now they know the op is here. The kill on Nekiz, that should pick their sight for them. Op found. Kill taken. Gonna slide in towards B, but look at the adjustment. Immediate rotation from paiN. This is actually wild how quickly they've abandoned the site. They're trusting their read. They need to do it in these limited rounds. And indeed, they will. John G, can he hold them? He's got one, he's got two, and he's got the shutdown in the round. Out of bullets. Can't quite seal it there. But there's no world, no way! Big Guzera! Shot hits! He's brought it down to the clutch! Oh my god, John! He almost did it!
Big Sarah. I mean, I felt like he was going to at that point. He hits every single shot, one after the other in about 3 seconds time. And then the last is what eludes him. ATK, from what looked like a sure victory, they're just hanging on to life for a 13th. They do it. That's the important part. They spread that lead to 3 rounds. paiN are back to a buy up here. The op is not available to them, so they're going to have to settle for the A1Ss across the board. Full util belt for Hardzao and Skulls. And Nikis already sees that nade exploding right in front of him. So he has to be cautious. Of course, there's that Molotov committed by ATK as well. And again, they want to throw this util to prevent paiN from pushing out aggressively. Molotov in return from paiN, but it's smoked off immediately. And there's a Molly top banana again. ATK can take the space now.
They'll abandon it, though.
Yeah.
At least for the moment. Flowing between the two sides. Classic Inferno. Anek has confirmed no one's here. But it's false information for the moment, as they're just now shifting into the attack. Skulls and Nekis seem like they're going to be under threat. A preemptive smoke to allow for the reposition. And a late flower pots boost. Up they go. 45 seconds remain. Here comes the hit. No more smokes for the cross. That could be a problem. Nekis trying to reposition. He gets caught. So the first one drops, one more smoke was found, and that's all they might need. Oh, the Glock! Headshot does him in. This bombs down. The save is called. paiN are watching this series slip through their fingers.
Hope is withering away for paiN. Oh, ATK is winning the critical ones. And Jonji has become the X factor, it seems. 2 frags there. The first one's great, but then with the Glock just swinging around, hitting the headshots, and dropping the body. 2 rounds away from the lower bracket final.
Jonji wants to take these guns out of their hands.
Wow. Player? Yes,
that's unreasonable. No survivors, no money here. Map point, series point on deck, and for ATK, there won't be much on the other side.
Another thing to note, Mike, ATK have hit 14 rounds on every single map and had a lead at that point.
I mean, if you had told me coming into this series that ATK would be at some point in control of every single map, I would have been flabbergasted. This paiN side
me too.
Are just struggling to contain. Swisher's back onto 30. This is his second 30 bomb of the series. He has 80 kills through this series right now.
Yep.
80 kills. A star performance and a half here. And this time his teammates are along for the ride as well. Nice nade early. Look at that damage. Look at those beautiful red bars. paiN not feeling like it's so beautiful. Wondering how on earth they're going to try and do anything here. A lockdown, the spam, brutalizing. Big Guzera. How is he still alive? How has he dodged all this lead? How has he escaped this moment? They put a player back in. I can understand the logic.
Yeah.
Surely ATK would think this is clear. I think Nekis actually just wants an upgrade. Or at least a smoke. 50 seconds. Time is their friend. Look at paiN. They're shifting the stack on in. So the idea is you deny information towards this B side of the map for as long as possible. And see if they'll challenge the stack.
It's very disciplined play from ATK. So much respect shown towards paiN, even though they know that they're on an eco round. And 35 seconds left. This kind of has to be towards B at this point, given they don't have any information at A.
I don't have any information here either. But they'll find the first. They're going to do this the hard way, John. They're going to find every possible conflict. Uzera burned alive. It's just 2 now. 15 seconds. Time is an issue. Hardzao strikes, but he's alone. Bomb's going to be committed, and there shouldn't be much that he could do about this. Just looking to deny, and a bullet will find him in the process. Map point, series point, lower bracket final point for ATK, and revenge from the first round of playoffs is just 1 round away.
It's not the first time they've done it up against paiN in particular. Even MIBR, I think it's happened before, where they lose in the upper bracket and then come back in the lower bracket to take care of business. And it just feels like a part of that has to do with Spray. I mean, you talked about him at the beginning of this series. He loves to look at those demos, and when he gets the rematches, it seems like ATK become the favorites. 5v5 still, even with all that damage coming through, and another nade connects. ATK are up close. I don't think they expect this to be here. Johnji gets one, and the second. Here we go. 5v3. paiN can't hang on at B. Big Uzera almost goes down as well. Half health for him. Johnji wants to push up, but he can't because a Molotov is tossed, and now Zevi has rung for 1 onto Rek.
Adrenaline flowing here. They've double smoked across. Need to just take 1 breath. They know they've got Big Uzera stuck somewhere here on site. Little bit of panic, though, on the flashbang. Missed him sprays, and Bigu is collecting, locking this down. The captain of the squad delivering when they need him. There's a flank on, though. Johnji's coming in late. He's gone all the way around the world, but by the time it happens, Zevi is prepared, and Wolfie, he's just going to fade this smoke. So once again, on the precipice of sealing the deal, paiN come to fly in the ointment. They ruin ATK's party. And now this becomes a different game. Wolfie's going to back away, concede. His kit is worth saving. Damage might be worth finding, but doesn't fancy his chances in the fight. ATK really wanted to accelerate play into that one, and I mean, after the initial 2 kills, can you blame them?
No, you can't. But I think once the Molotov gets thrown down, in my mind, paiN is realizing that the B site's about to be exposed. Probably best to back off, because I think if you get him before the Molotov, great. Then you can section off Big Uzera and maybe take the site afterwards. Would have been better to fall back, reevaluate things. There was still plenty of time left on the clock for him to think, and I guess it just happens that way sometimes. The problem is that's a 5v3 that falls by the wayside. And if you look back at the previous series, not necessarily this one, but in the previous one, there were so many 5v3 advantage that ATK squandered against paiN, and it would be really unfortunate for them if that reared its ugly head through into this one right when they're on the precipice of finding victory and head into the top 3 of ECL season 45. Still, they got a full buy up here. Money was good, especially with that saved AK. Now Johnji, oh man, he loves those fights up banana, and you see why. He won those 2 duels at the beginning of the previous round. He wants that 20th frag.
No engagement in the first 30 seconds, though. Feels like a little bit of a change of the pace. I think he was hoping for the response utility there, right? Faking that he might go around, test the Molotov. And indeed they do. They've got the space. Not quite the damage they were hoping for on a Molly. Push him back. Meanwhile, the rest of the team's been waiting outside of A, and as they activate, it's a smoke exchange. So nothing found just yet. It's been a while since we've seen an early approach to the A site. The doors of B have been taking a battering. So a change up here for ATK. They've gained this ground, but they still don't have the bomb, so we don't know which way they're going to favor.
Feels like B.
That has been their predilection. And it's into the stack, but this time they've also got Swisher working from the other side of the map. They're on the lurk. Op spotted. Forced off the angle is Zevi. Faster play here up on the new box. Johnji dropped. They have time for the cancel. No, they're committed now. And it's falling apart. Swisher can't even get activated. He's way too far away to do anything about this round.
Wrong site.
Wrong site, certainly, and also wrong time. Clock becoming an issue here for ATK. The moment might be getting to them just a little bit.
Yeah.
awkward money spot here as well. You've got Swisher invested. Don't have a lot to buy around him.
Yeah, in that previous round, too quick. Didn't take their time. And this one, they took way too long. We need somewhere in between that ATK if you want to find success here, as I think they're burning their last time out.
Understandable.
Yeah,
Settle the nerves. paiN Gaming. Been here before. Plenty of times. Not a team that's going to concede.
paiN have only called one timeout on Anubis and Inferno combined.
Which map was it on?
Anubis.
There you go. Well, what about Mirage, John?
3 timeouts called by paiN and Mirage.
See, this is all according to their plan. No issues whatsoever. No timeouts needed. Just 3 rounds to collect. Heavy exchange here on Banana. It does feel like they've at least solved this B attack in the last few. That is a bottling of the Molotov, but they're not anticipating the players to be through skulls. He's got 1, 2, not a third. Back on the angle. Flashbang there in time. Biguzera could be locked out. This faster, pacier play is catching them off guard. The Molotov will slow things, restore a bit of sanity, and might allow Biguzera to get back into the fray. He needs a flashbang though for it. There's the flash. Missed him, just walks past.
Swisher's ready.
Swisher got the kill. He avoided it. He dodged. Now an advantage found. Is this how they seal the deal? Is this how they confirm this lower bracket final?
Oh, that nade.
So low, but the flashbang is lethal. And Zevi's down for the count, all under Hardzao. The first one caught slipping. The nade might be enough for Mistim, but it's Swisher on the other side, the man with 32 kills to his name, who's the healthy boss of this site, of this server right now. Hardzao making no bones about his position. That nade, wrong spot on. Mistim survives. And now, as soon as the tap comes in, Mistim will escort him out. ATK have done it. Revenge is theirs. They move into the top 3, into the consolidation final here in Season 45.
Wow. Unreal performance, right? I mean, they were in control on every single map. Mirage slipped.